Okay, so forgive the quality. It's just a cell phone camera, so forgive me. As soon as this thing reboots to the BIOS, I'll try to give you a quick little rundown. Any minute. There we go. It's nice, these motherboards have a little application that you just double click on your desktop and it reboots you straight to BIOS. Okay, so I have mine set to advanced. Normally, yours would probably start in easy mode, which might look something similar to that. But, like, just at the bottom here, you can go to F7 or advanced or whatever yours happens to be. You want to go up to AI tweaker, and you can see your frequencies and targets and stuff. You can set your stuff to automatically overclock. Or like, okay, your question was by specific core, automatic, by all cores, wind up frequencies by the amount of CPU used. I kind of prefer by specific core or by all cores, in which case, like by specific cores, you can pick each individual CPU core for each individual different speed. Like, on mine, the little star right here means that they have determined that core 1 is like the best core or the most stable. So it actually runs 100 megahertz higher than the rest of them, 43 instead of 42. But if you go like by all cores, you can only switch one number and that'd switch everything. If you go to like overclocking tuner here, mine was on automatic. But like if you have an XMP profile, you can just click it over into XMP and that'll tell your RAM, it'll read the JDAC off your RAM and say, hey, I'm supposed to run at like, 2400, but I'm only running at 16 by default as a safe value. Go ahead and read that off of RAM. And then you literally just click into XMP and then it should reboot. And that'll change your target DRAM frequency to whatever the number on the package is. If you go down up here to TPU, TPU is your automatic overclocking utility. TPU 1, as soon as you click it, would be a baseline for like air coolers, fans and whatnot. If you click on TPU 2, TPU 2 would be like for, hardcore water cooling with a bunch of radiators and crap. So I'm on TPU 2. As soon as you click that, it'll reboot, it'll try to automatically overclock you. Usually it ends up about 4 gigahertz or 4.2 gigahertz. Everything else, you probably just want to leave alone or set to automatic, honestly. I prefer to have my low voltage memory running at low voltage, 1.2 volts. I specifically bought 1.2 volt kits just for that. For the most part, like spread spectrum, enable that. It helps reduce EMI according to it, but it also will help stabilize the motherboard and the base clock and whatnot. I personally prefer to enable my EPU, which is like the power saving stuff. I set my motherboard to like maximum power savings and all that. So yeah, if you want to try automatic overclocking, just hit automatic and TPU by specific core or by all core, depending on what your fans are like. If you want to manually clock, go into by specific core or by all core and pump up your boost multipliers right here a couple, and make sure that your RAM is actually running at the speed that the RAM is on the box. So if you have overclocked RAM, it's not running at like some crappy 1600 or something. And just keep scrolling down